Muslims like to say, whatever you want to know about Islam, open the Quran. I said, that's not how you do it. You go to America and they say there's racism. You accuse them of racism and they say, no, there's no racism. I say, yes, there is. They say, no, there isn't. And they say, prove to me. And I say, where? They say, hey, come here. Check in the Constitution if you see us being racist in the Constitution.
5 minutes each. But this
now, can you see inside the Constitution of America, can you see them being racist inside the Constitution? No. Can you see them being unjust inside the Constitution? No. Can you see them being wicked to poor people inside the Constitution? No. So how are you going to go into the Quran and find that it's satanic? How are you going to go into the Bible and the Bible's going to tell you we're worshiping Satan? You don't go by what they say.
1 minute.
You go by what they do.
Why do we say look at the Quran? Why do we say open the Quran? Because we as Muslims believe in our paradigm that the Quran is the word of our Creator, and we believe that that's where we get our guidance from our Creator. Yeah, the miracles of Moses was magic and illusion, and the people believed once they realized his magic and illusion had surpassed that of the magicians of the Pharaoh. Yeah, Jesus, his miracles was healing. He used to cure the leper and cure the lame, raise the dead and such, through the power of God. Obviously that was his miracle, and that was for the people of his time to realize he was who he claimed to be. Now today there are people who will do the miracles of Jesus. I watched a TV program where someone did all the miracles of Jesus. They walked on water. They didn't just turn water to wine, they turned it to coffee, they turned it to vodka, they turned it to orange juice. So these parlor tricks don't work anymore. Now when the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and in the pagan Arabia where they worshipped idols in the Kaaba, what was the miracle given to him to convince the people that he was who he claimed to be? Because magic and illusion was not the thing at the time, it was poetry. So he was given the Quran to recite to the people. Now the people of Arabia who worship idols and statues, what did they respond with when he came with this? They said, the guy's mad, he's crazy. But when they heard the words of the Quran, they realized this was no words of a crazy man. So then they responded with, he's a liar, he's pretending he's having revelations. And then they realized that he's not a liar. Why? Because for 40 years we knew him as Al-Amin, the truthful one, the one who could be trusted, the one when we went on a journey, we left our possessions with him because we knew he'd take care of them and return them on our return. This is the man we trust. This is the man we got to arbitrate between our tribes when we disputed a matter. So he can't be a liar. It doesn't go against it, it goes against his very nature. And what did the poets say? The poets who were sent to investigate Muhammad ﷺ and the Quran, what did they respond with when they were asked, what is it then? If he's not mad and he's not a liar, what is it? Where does he get these words? They said it's magic. How can poets in literature who've gone to investigate the poetry of the Quran, how can they come to that conclusion? What did they see in the Quran 1400 years ago that for them they were convinced this is supernatural?
Show me your work. In fact, that's why I don't call this a debate. I debate with people who have a body of work. Show me your work. You got no body of work. You're just talking here.
I'm here to debate and establish truth, which he claims. He makes false claims about the understanding of the term Islam and Muslim. When he's corrected, he doesn't concede it. Yeah? He's not honest enough. He said he's here for truth, he can't concede when he's wrong. And he knows he's wrong, and he's trying to spread lies. Why? He thinks Moses is not a Muslim because he didn't go to the Kaaba, or because he didn't pray 5 times a day. When this man concedes he was wrong, yeah, and he's been educated today, then we can progress and see how honest this guy is. And let's see if he's really after truth. I was told that you made a challenge that you can deal with any Muslim in the park, and you said that's true, yeah?
I would wish you to use the words I used, because that introduction
I didn't hear that.
Wrong.
That was a verbatim. I didn't hear that verbatim.
Well, don't use words which are not uplifting to all of us. You can deal with any Muslim.
Look how that comes across. And then you said you know me, So I can only.
Which I said here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
So you said you know me, so I'm assuming you've watched videos or whatever.
That's all I know. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Then you said, what was the other thing you said? Oh yeah, right. Then you did a 5-minute introduction. Okay.
Of myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I asked a simple question. What's your point? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about. There's not an insult.
All right.
I'm not
Don't
putting you
repeat.
down.
Okay,
Wait,
fine.
one second. I'm not putting you down. It's just that you know what you're here to do, yeah? But all you did was let's say what I'm going to say nicely. I'm not going to be this. I'm not here to do that. We're not all teachers. You know a lot of stuff, yeah? What's your point? What are you here to prove today to a Muslim today? What are you here to prove?
All right.
Are you here to prove anything, first thing?
Okay. Is that 2 questions or 1?
Okay. Answer as you like.
No, did you see that? It's a simple question. Is that 2 questions or 1?
What are you here to do?
And he collapsed. He actually collapsed.
Can you hurry
it's on
up? I've
video.
been invited for dinner.
I know.
I'm not here
That's
all
why I'm
fucking
trying
day. It's
to
only 1 hour away from
prevent
daylight.
collapse before we start talking.
I'm here.
What's all these cameras?
I'm not into this going lefts and rights and smoking the wind and smoking mirrors. Yeah. All I'm interested in is you, for a third party. I didn't hear it from your lips. I'll accept that you've made a challenge that you can defeat any Muslim in the park or debate any Muslim in the park. Whatever way you said it, all right. When I asked you that earlier on, you said yes. I said that. Okay. So now I want to know what you think you know, or what you think you can prove to me today. I'm a Muslim in the park, yeah? Now, I don't, yeah? So if you want to debate black history, forget me. Right? I'm the wrong person. So this is why I asked initially, what's your point?
All right. If anyone would be honest, and if Allah is the true creator, in front of him, he heard what I said, okay? And I'm going to repeat it. Maybe not verbatim, but you can hear the same thing again. A lot of teachers have sprung up over the last 2 decades about religion, okay? Because that's the most important thing that we're dealing with at the moment. Like one brother said, he said before in Hyde Park, it used to be a good intellectual ground for people to come and learn and share ideas and so on. Besides the history, of course. But now it's just become a big outside mosque. That's his words I've used. A big outside mosque. A big outside religious arena. That's all it is now. But people ain't even searching for truth. They just want their religion to win. Football, politics. I just want my football team to win. It don't matter if we're rubbish.
Who's recording the speakometer?
Am I speaking now?
You're repeating what you just said initially, and you still not made your point.
I'm introducing myself.
You did that once.
See, here we go now.
Get to your point. What's your point? I'm not going to waste my time debating something that I've got no knowledge of, yeah? Or I'm not as deep as knowledge as you as, yeah? I don't know everything. I don't claim to.
Look, brother, if you wanna run right now, this is the time to do it. You know what?
Yeah, but you haven't made your point.
He don't know. He don't. I beg you.
Can you be a bit more boring, please?
Tell us what your point is, man, so you can educate us.
Well, if my point is actually worth more than 1 minute to state, would you not let me state it?
You've had 20 minutes.
Come on, my friend.
See the first lie? Can you see the first lie? I've had 20 minutes.
Well, who's got the
That's the first lie now, and that's Allah's lie.
How long have we been rolling for?
That's a lie.
How long
20
have we been
minutes.
rolling
I've been speaking for 5.
Yeah, but he's saying that.
But look,
that's line now.
when you were speaking, did I stop you? This is the problem.
10 minutes. All right. Sorry, I take that back. 10 minutes. You're gonna make a point.
A point we're trying to make is people are talking about. They don't use this word. I'm the one injecting this word into their consciousness. The creator. They're talking about gods. My God, my God, my God. Is Jesus God? Is this God? Is that God? Which God do you believe in? So who is God? Blah, blah, blah. And they don't define anything. They don't start from any way of any scientific, i.e. check the thing first.
Can I ask you a question? You
See, here we go again.
Well, I have to. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm interrupting.
Look
you.
what's going to
I'm
happen
gonna tell
again.
you.
The subject's
I'm
going
gonna
to
tell you.
change again.
Subject's on point, right? I have never spoke about my God. I always speak about creator and science. So, and you said you know me. Now you're showing you don't know me.
It's not you I'm talking about.
So you're talking about? Who else is stood there?
You see the problem here now?
Are you making dialogue with me or the crowd?
Well, I'm introducing myself. You've
I'm
asked me what am I.
introducing you.
You've asked me what am I about, right? So
No, I didn't ask you what you about. I didn't ask that at
You
all.
asked what's my point.
I asked why have you. You said you can challenge Muslims in the park. Any Muslim in the park was your word.
You hear the repetition again?
Right. Anyway.
No, he takes it.
Right.
He takes
So
it like a joke. He takes this like a joke.
Look, Sarah challenged me.
Here
in the
we go.
park.
The subject's
Well, I'm
changing
gonna show you how
right
it
now.
works. I'll show you how it works. Sarah challenged me. We debated. I said to him, "What you going to prove?" He told me he's going to prove to me that when I speak to people about Allah, it makes no sense. At least he had honest enough to tell me his point. All right. Now I'm asking you the same question. What is your point?
If somebody asks a question, will they wait for the answer? Or now must they stop the person answering and ask another question? And you say you're a Muslim. Where I come from in Africa, Muslims,
Oh, my
they
God.
look,
That's
yeah,
your point?
no, yes, that's my point.
What
Where I
point?
come from in Africa, Muslims listen a lot. Don't matter what you have to say, they listen to you first. If they don't, sometimes they don't even answer on the same day. They say,
you got a
look,
ladder for this guy?"
I'll get back to you. That's patience. That's virtues. What we got today is all this YouTuber children coming out here with a beard, behaving like a woman, essentially. See the laughter again? No, you can see the
Well, you're
laughter
saying
again.
comical things.
You can
make me
see
laugh.
the laughter
Are you going to make
again.
your point?
This is part of my point, because you don't let me
What's
speak.
this about me?
You don't need to
Let's
let,
see,
let-
let's
look.
see.
We're going to see.
If you're a man,
All right.
let a man speak,
Anyone
and
got
I
a
let
chair?
you speak.
What's your point?
If you'll wait for it. You've ordered. You've ordered.
It's freezing cold. Everyone wants to hear your point.
They wanna. So it's not even you anymore.
How long,
See the
how long do you
problem?
need to introduce for? And I'll shut up. 5 minutes? 5 minutes?
Now, do we need to implement timekeeping?
think-
Okay.
Let me be the timekeeper. Let me be the timekeeper.
Yeah, we do.
All right, we'll do a stopwatch.
Right.
2 minutes to
Because this is
outlay the
infantile.
introduction
brilliant.
point.
That's
It's so
brilliant.
terrible.
Brother, time. We have 2 minutes to introduce the
Question
point.
time. Question time.
Let's go.
3 minutes.
Who first?
You.
You.
Now, my name is, and look, for the record, when one man is speaking, can the other not interrupt, please?
Okay, no problem.
All right, crowd, please.
Everyone
go.
calm down, yeah?
The crowd can say anything, but the man in the ring, can he just like respect that?
All right.
I know I'm still talking. You don't need to stop me, I'm still talking anyway.
Okay, you're...
It's part of my talk.
Yeah, but the time's ticking,
Brothers. Let's go.
Black and Decker. See, what the Muslims want to reduce this to is what you call that, what's that word again? It's just everyone just speaking what they can, because it's free to speak. Those who lead us, they've said, give the people confusion. That's enough for them. Confusion is enough. It will keep them busy from the time they're born to the time they die. I'm not here for that. I'm here for truth. I've said, bring a Christian here, bring a Muslim here, and truth is here to speak to both of them. But they won't come. When one comes, it's a rambler who don't want to hear nothing unless he can speak over it. Okay, but you've been teaching for a long time. I draw a line under that. My point here basically is this. Religion today, Islam, because I'm going to be chatting to a Muslim today. It's not a debate, because before we start a debate, I want to make sure he's educated enough. I don't debate with people who are not educated. We talk first. We just talk. And you can teach me, I'll soon find out. If I can teach you, you'll soon find out. Religion is satanic. Islam is satanic. Christianity is satanic. Judaism is satanic. I say, show me it's not. I'll show you it is. That's my line first.
Done. 2 minutes.
All right. 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
That was 2 minutes, but you can have 3 minutes.
Okay. I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to be straight to the point. I was told here, this man here is to challenge any Muslim today. He's just elaborated. He says it's any Muslim, any Christian, it doesn't matter. He's established truth. So he's making claims here, which is fantastic. I'm happy for him to make his claims as long as he can support his claims. He made a claim that religion is satanic. So he's going to have to explain first of all what does he mean by religion. Then he's going to have to explain what he means by satanic. And then he has to show how Islam fits into his criteria of both religion and satanic. So for me now he's established his point. He wasn't clear about it, but I'm going to draw the point out. I'm not going to wait for him to tell me his point. He's established his point in his claims he's just made. So here's what we're here to do today. My man here is going to educate us in what the word religion means, what he means by satanic, and how Islam fits into this criteria that he gives to these particular words. That's enough for me.
That's a minute. My brother, you have 5 minutes.
Well,
5 minutes.
Just give me 1 second. I just want to load this up. And this is what I do sometimes. I don't, put all the things in. I was a Christian. I had issues with Christianity and I had issues with Islam. Everyone knows what that means, right? And it was always a fight between the two, as it is a fight in the world stage today. But anyway, long story short, there's a reason why I realized I had to get out of Christianity, because I found out it was a lie. But because we're born into lies, we acquiesce to lies. We start living a lie. Whatever culture you're born into, that's what you know. It's hard to change what you've learned all your life as truth. Then it was Christianity against Islam. Oh, did Muhammad do this? Oh, did Jesus that? Oh, we believe in Jesus too, but he's only this. Oh, we believe in Muhammad, and you just go on. But guess what? Whilst 80 to 90% of the world's religious population is in those two religions, in one way or the other, one form or the other, did you know we're all in a lie? We're living a lie. There's only those two players. And I say, this is a statement you need to write down. When you do not know what the game is, when you don't know what the game is, you can't understand what the players are doing. When you don't know what the game is, if you've never watched baseball and you see people swinging sticks and running around a course, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what the game is. When you see a player, you don't know what he's doing. So the players right now are Islam and Christianity and all the other religions. But you don't know what they're doing. So you're part of it. Question number one is, before we go on to establish that there's satanic, and we'll give you evidence and give you proof and give you the education. Question number one is, out of 100% of the population of Muslims, how many of them actually investigated it before they joined it? I'm not saying read about it, I'm saying investigate it before you join it. What's the population of those who were just born into it, who are now the proselytizers of it? I.e., you were born into a market and you promote the market you're born into. Do you ever come out of that market and look at it and say, boy, what am I selling here? Christians the same. You're born into it, nominally Christian. Did you ever investigate it? I'm not saying read about it in the Bible. Muslims like to say, whatever you want to know about Islam, open the Quran. I said, that's not how you do it. You go to America and they say there's racism. You accuse them of racism and they say, no, there's no racism. I say, yes, there is. They say, no, there isn't. And they say, prove to me. And I say, well, they say, hey, come here. Check in the Constitution if you see us being racist in the Constitution.
5 minutes each. But this
now, can you see inside the Constitution of America, can you see them being racist inside the Constitution? No. Can you see them being unjust inside the Constitution? No. Can you see them being wicked to poor people inside the Constitution? No. So how are you going to go into the Quran and find that it's satanic? How are you going to go into the Bible and the Bible is going to tell you we're worshiping Satan? You don't go by what they say.
1 minute.
You go by what they do. You go by what you see them doing. You don't look at the politicians and just listen to what they say, as we've been deceived to just listen to them. 4 years intervals, they come and lie to us again, and we follow them again. That's why they almost force us to follow them, so they can say, you voted for us. You voted for religions now, and you voting to lose your soul. You haven't investigated the religions you're in, and we're here about to teach you why you should.
Okay. Hamza, afterwards we'll do 3 minutes.
I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. This idea of allowing him to speak for more than 2 minutes is not going to work. He's got an agenda and he's rambling that agenda, and I don't work that way. I'm not here to stand on a ladder and preach my bit and he preaches it and I preach my bit, yeah. I've not got a pen and paper here to record all the points he's making, yeah. I ain't here to do that. I'm here to debate. You want to debate, we debate. We ask questions, we answer questions. Simple as that. I'm not interested in monologues. Really, I'm not. Okay, first thing, I mean, I can't remember what half the things he said. He's talking politics, America, okay. First thing, you were talking to a revert Muslim. So if you want to talk to somebody who's born in a market, stepped out of that market, and then looked at that market was and such, yeah, I'm here. So if you think you're talking to a Pakistani Muslim who grew up in a mosque all his life, you're not. Yeah, I'm an Englishman, grew up, brought up probably atheist, embraced Islam 15 years ago. After what? Intellectual investigation. Now, so first of all, I'm not your target. So your whole point about being born that way, not thinking about it, just accepting it, I'm the wrong guy. Yeah, that's the first point. The second point, why do we say look at the Quran? Why do we say open the Quran? Because we as Muslims believe in our paradigm that the Quran is the word of our Creator, and we believe that that's where we get our guidance from our Creator. Yeah, the miracles of Moses was magic and illusion, and the people believed once they realized his magic and illusion had surpassed that of the magicians of the Pharaoh. Yeah, Jesus, his miracles was healing. He used to cure the leper and cure the lame, raise the dead and such, through the power of God, obviously. That was his miracle, and that was for the people of his time to realize he was who he claimed to be. Now today, there are people who will do the miracles of Jesus. I watched a TV program where someone did all the miracles of Jesus. They walked on water. They didn't just turn water to wine, they turned it to coffee, they turned it to vodka, they turned it to orange juice. So these parlor tricks don't work anymore. Now, when the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and in the pagan Arabia where they worshipped idols in the Kaaba, what was the miracle given to him to convince the people that he was who he claimed to be? Because magic and illusion was not the thing at the time, it was poetry. So he was given the Quran to recite to the people. Now, the people of Arabia who worship idols and statues, what did they respond with when he came with this? They said, the guy's mad. He's crazy. But when they heard the words of the Quran, they realized this was no words of a crazy man. So then they responded with, he's a liar. He's pretending he's having revelations. And then they realized that he's not a liar. Why? Because for 40 years we knew him as Al-Amin, the truthful one, the one who could be trusted, the one when we went on a journey, we left our possessions with him because we knew he'd take care of them and return them on our return. This is the man we trust. This is the man we got to arbitrate between our tribes when we disputed a matter. So he can't be a liar. It doesn't go against it. It goes against his very nature. And what did the poets say? The poets who were sent to investigate Muhammad ﷺ and the Quran, what did they respond with when they were asked, what is it then? If he's not mad and he's not a liar, what is it? Where does he get these words? They said it's magic. How can poets in literature who've gone to investigate the poetry of the Quran, how can they come to that conclusion? What did they see in the Quran 1400 years ago that for them they were convinced this is supernatural? Now, if you want to challenge the supernatural aspect, alhamdulillah, yeah, there's three candidates. The atheists here pouncing about, yeah, they claim Muhammad wrote it. Or you get the Christians who try to claim, this is the weak, naive Christians that I must add, they try to say, oh, Satan is the author of the Quran. And And then you've got the ones like J. Smith who know they can't say that because it goes against their very teachings of Jesus in their Bible. So they'll say man wrote it, and then they'll try and have their cake and eat it. They'll say, well, Muhammad did it, and then they'll say, well, man burned it, and then they'll say, no, it's put together 300 years later. So they try to have their cake and eat it. Yeah. But the reality here is this: the Quran was revealed 1400 years ago. The people it was revealed to, the Arabs, in their language, they thought it was magic and supernatural. Now you claim the Quran is satanic. So here's your first point you have to prove now. You need to prove to everybody here today that the Quran is satanic. And like I said to you earlier, you need to understand what satanic means. And then you have to apply your criteria for satanic to the Quran. Yes, look, he's got pen and paper, man. I didn't tell me about pen and paper. So he's got to now prove to us how the Quran is satanic. Now, and then he has to show us how religion is satanic. I can't remember half the things he rambled on about, I'll be honest with you.
10 seconds.
Cut the time down, please. There's no need for 5 minutes.
3 minutes. You finished?
I don't like this format. I like to back and forth.
We can open up. We can open it up then.
Is it my turn?
Let's
I think
go.
we open it up after this.
Is it my turn?
Yeah?
Your turn.
Yeah.
Crossfire comes after.
First thing I'm going to say in this section is, most of the people who come here in this so-called religious arena right now, they come to speak about religion. I come to speak about, just for the camera, just because this is important, I come to speak about truth. I come to speak about truth. They're here for religion. I'm here for truth. Put this in your head. Embed this on your hard drive. Embed it there. Seal it there. You're here for this. You're here for that. To defend that. That's what you're here to do. Defend religion. But any fool can see that religion is like politics. And we'll go there. We're fully loaded. Sometimes we're so fully loaded we have nowhere to unload. There's no arena where I can unload all truth that we have to unload. There's just no loading bay that's enough for it. So there's not even enough time. The little we can will do. Section 2 of this little paragraph. The brother here is already copping out. He's vomiting blood. He's bleeding slowly. He needs to escape. I permit him to leave. This is way, way too much for him. Religion and the Quran. All right? That's all he wants to talk about. The religion and the Quran. And he said in his own words, maybe my knowledge, he doesn't have it. And I'll help him. My knowledge, you don't have 1% of it. So I can let you leave, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking, can I leave? I'm saying, brother, you can leave. I'm your brother, and we can still talk outside.
30 seconds.
Because this is in front of the camera. I'm here to speak about truth, and we're going to use religion to show what is truth and what is false. Thank you.
Alright, let's open it up now.
No, I'm going to do my little 3 minutes, then we'll open it up. Okay, because he said some nonsense then. Okay. First thing, right? Why did I speak about religion and Islam? Because he brought it up. Why did I speak about the Quran? Because he brought it up. Now he's trying to create this fallacy that I brought, change the subject, I tried to escape. Okay. Second thing, who here thinks I'm trying to escape here? And who keeps trying to tell me to leave so I leave him alone? I think this is the one you want to get rid of me. Yeah, because you're going to get dealt with. Okay. Third thing, sorry. You keep going on about truth. Who defines truth? Is it your criteria for truth we have to go by? And if it is your criteria for truth, can you tell me what that criteria is and how we have to fit in with it and why your truth is better than everyone else's truth? Yeah? And I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm not here in the park here talking about religion. I'm an Englishman. This is my country. My country's going down the toilet. There's 5 poisons destroying my society. And Islam protects my society from those poisons. The people leading my society right now are encouraging those 5 poisons. But Islam prohibits it. So inshallah, if one of my English brethren can hear an Englishman speaking in this manner about Islam, about this religion of Arabs and camels and all of these things, and this religion of misogyny and oppression and such like this, and they can actually relate it to their daily life, and they can improve their daily life, then alhamdulillah, the job is done. But right now, you have made claims, and I want you to support those claims or take back the claims. You said Islam is satanic. So I wish you, please don't put Islam with religion. I beg you of that. Because religion, if you say religion, we're talking about Hinduism, we're talking about Sikhism, we're talking about Buddhism, we're talking about all sorts of isms. I'm not interested. I'm here to talk about Islam. I'm not here to defend religion. I'm here to defend a way of life which is Islam, that if everybody adopted it as their way of life, inshallah this world will be a much, much, much better place. And anyone who wants to challenge that concept, feel free after this debate to take me aside, we'll put it on film and we'll challenge it, yeah? Islam is the only thing that can save England from herself, the only thing. Anyway, now you define satanic religion and how Islam fits that criteria, and also don't forget we want to know what truth is according to your definition and why we should accept your definition.
Alright, without timing any, sorry, you finish I guess, right? Without timing anyone, because he said he wants this open.
Now it's open.
Now, but can we maybe have some rules for the openness, or is it just anyhow?
I will interrupt if you don't address what I've just said.
See why I'm writing your points down?
Good. So let's first define truth. Let's start with truth.
We're dealing with the situation scientifically.
Let's deal with your claims. Okay. Truth.
Now, we'll do one thing if we agree on that. Okay? Do not overbear on me to answer you the way you want. When you ask a question, let me answer.
If you ramble, I will interrupt.
Well, that's fine. But if I ask you a question, you'll see I'll let you answer.
Because I'll answer it.
Okay? I won't disturb you while you're answering. If I have another question while you're answering, I'll raise my hand. I might need the time to correct what you heard me say. I might need sometimes to do that. But that's not trying to stop you from answering.
No problem, no problem.
Okay?
So, truth.
Some of the points you made is this. Who defines truth?
What is truth and who defines it?
Look, I wrote it down, so your words are just clear.
What is truth and who defines it?
You can ask whatever you want, but
so answer it.
Now, I write them down because once you
write down what I said, don't write down what you thought I said.
Yeah,
because I told you. You start rambling, start going off what I said, I'm going to correct you, and I'll say it again to you. My question to you was very, very simple. What is truth, and who defines it, and why should we accept that definition as the only understanding of the word truth?
Okay, what is truth?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Before I answer this one, just to let you know my background, because a lot of people are going to say, well, who is he, what is he?
We don't mind about that. We're going to accept you know.
Is he stopping me again?
Right. Because you know why? I have to pray soon, yeah? And you're rambling. So answer the questions, please.
Is there anyone here?
We don't need to know your background. You did a 20-minute introduction. Just answer the questions, please.
We are waiting.
Do you want
to know what truth is? Yes.
Look, can I answer? You ask a question.
Answer it then.
Can I actually speak?
Yes, answer it then.
Then can you keep shut while I speak?
What does he say then, man?
Why do you have to speak when I'm speaking? Is there any fair game person here? Yeah, but then keep shut while I answer.
What was the question? And then answer it.
I haven't understand nothing here, man. I want to know what the point is.
I know why you don't understand nothing, because you're Muslim.
No.
Like the brother said.
Oh man, you're being rude now, man.
Come on, man. Calling you a Muslim is rude?
No.
What's rude about that?
Don't distract him. He's got to.
What's rude about that? It's the evidence. Look,
bro.
I've been coming here. I've been coming here a long time enough. Just because you haven't seen me for a couple of years, but you ain't never taught anything here.
All right.
Yeah. Show me your work. In fact, that's why I don't call this a debate. I debate with people who have a body of work. Show me your work. You got no body of work. You're just talking here.
So now you're trying to escape the debate again.
What debate? We ain't debating, we're having a discussion.
All right, alhamdulillah.
But let me speak when you ask a question.
Answer it then.
You say you're an Englishman. That's how they do down in Parliament. You ask a question,
have you ever seen
let the man speak. And to stop changing subject. What is
Well, you
truth?
mentioned Parliament. Stop saying I'm changing subjects.
What is truth is your question, the first question.
Yes.
Truth.
Finally.
See, now here we go again. Truth is the establishment of the word of the Creator in instruction given to man. Clear?
Good point.
Is that clear? You heard it?
And who defines that?
We just said it right there in the
No.
right there in the definition.
No, who defined that?
The Creator.
Defines it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right?
I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. Second question, I've answered just now. Who defines it, right?
Yeah, with you.
So that was easy, wasn't it?
Alhamdulillah.
He wants a fight over that
No.
because he loves
I'm
confusion.
not arguing with you.
See how he shut down? He shut down now because the answer was simple.
No, because you're answering.
Now let me ask you a question. Or do you have any more questions?
No, where'd you get the definition from?
The definition is from the word of the Creator.
And what's that word?
It's in the Torah.
Oh, right. Are you one of those Hebrews? Black Hebrews? Is that what I'm in the
That's
debate
why.
with
See, that's why I like doing the things which he,
okay.
which
I get
he can. It's a question. Can I answer? Yeah.
Huh?
I do the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
ahead of his
Can
questions.
Look, just so we know, because this is not fair, this now. Because you know me, I don't know you. You've watched my videos, I've never seen you in my life. Right. Well, I believe I'm a Muslim. You've already heard me say that I believe Islam is the only thing that can save England from herself. I believe that Islam is a fantastic way of life for everybody. Yeah. I chose this way of life for myself. No one put a sword to my throat telling me I have to convert or die. I'm a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. I bear witness to the oneness of God, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was his messenger, and all of the prophets, Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Jacob, all the tribes, Adam, Noor, all of the tribes. This is my belief. Alhamdulillah. This is what I believe. Now, can you tell us what you believe?
You see that? Because we walk ahead of time. When we say we know them, not because I had a meal with him, but we know their spirit and we know how they live. I wanted to introduce myself, and this question would have been like behind already.
So what do you believe? Tell
This
people what you
question would
believe.
have been behind already.
Tell us what you believe then.
I
You
just told
had 5 minutes and 5 minutes. You never told us what you believe. So tell us.
now. I'm of the children of Israel that your book so-called talks about. When you say the children of Israel in the Quran, there must be a people that refers to. And more time than number, it tells you, talk to them, speak to them, ask questions of them, check their book. Okay? And that's one of the things we're going to raise. That's why I wanted heavyweight Muslims right here. I've got a lightweight with me. He can't deal with these issues because with the heavyweights, they already, we be up there right now. We be up there right now. They send in the lightweight for a reconnaissance. It's called a reconnaissance, intellectual reconnaissance. He'll come, gather info from what I said, and go and give the heavyweights. The heavyweights will study it and see how to come back to me. If they can come back to me.
Forget it, man.
But the lightweight is making good of the time, because through the lightweight we can reach people. So I'm a child of Israel, as your book says, as the Quran says.
Quran says what?
The Quran tells you about the children of Israel.
Right. Isn't it? Yeah, right.
And their scripture.
What's your point?
And then Islam says that we believe in the prophets.
Right.
And there we're going. So we draw a line quickly and we say Islam says we believe in the prophets.
Right.
And I say, which prophets? And that's just a quick question to you. Which prophets? And of what nation are those prophets? That's a question to you.
We believe in Prophet Noah, Abraham, Jacob, the tribes, Ishaq, Ismail, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all of them. We made no distinction between them.
What nation are all those prophets from?
I have no idea. Tell me.
And you see that? I'm gonna ask again. Is the camera on here? What nations, all Muslims, are those prophets that brother, what's your name again? Sorry. What nation are those prophets from? All the prophets that you've mentioned in the Quran What nation are they from?
Okay.
Simple question.
Okay. Noah, we don't know. Maybe Adam. I would say Abraham. Well, we don't know. Ismail, obviously, from Abraham. Isaac is from Abraham. Jacob and the tribes is from Abraham. Moses, Jesus, Abraham, and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Abraham. Next question.
Is that it?
Was that all the prophets? I mentioned?
Finito, right? Okay, let's go to the topmost one. What nation was Jesus from?
What nation?
What nation? You said you're an Englishman.
Abraham.
I'm gonna ask it again, just in case the camera ain't picking it up.
You're just being patronising. Just get to the
No,
point.
no. He's asked me a question. What was the nation of Jesus? Abraham. What's your point?
Did they not say, just before we go there, where did you see, in which records were you able to gather the information that Jesus is from the nation of Abraham? From what records were you able to gather that information?
The Quran.
The Quran.
Yeah.
Right.
What was the religion of Abraham, by the way? Tell me
Hold
what the
on.
religion of Abraham was.
I don't want
What is the nation of Abraham? Tell me. You seem to imply that all the prophets came from one nation. So what nation did Abraham come from?
Just for the camera, I don't do confusion. Let's take things step by step.
Oh, sorry. You asked me where the prophets came from. I'm asking you.
Give him an answer.
Can I not ask you a question? Sorry. Have you got copyright on your questions? I'm asking you.
Absolutely
So
not.
answer the question then.
When we've dealt with the first one. When we've dealt with the first question. I don't run from
All right,
questions.
you asked me where do
No, you don't need to repeat what I asked you. Everybody heard it. Let's not waste time with repetition.
Right.
Right? We asking, and you've answered some.
The Quran, I said.
And we say, where do the prophet you call Jesus, of what nation is he? There's a name of his nation. Because we mentioned that in the opening of this section, the children of Israel. Suddenly, I'm not hearing that Israel anymore. So was Jesus an Israelite? That's the question to you.
Was Jesus an Israelite? Was Jesus from the tribe of Jacob? Yes.
So that makes Jesus an Israelite, right? That's why the Quran likes to refer to the children of Israel.
Okay.
So, brother, I'm gonna answer your question.
Go on.
Before we go there, can you mention other prophets that you've mentioned that are from the nation of Israel? Can you mention them?
You want me to name other prophets?
Yeah, whatever you remember. It's not an examination.
Right, so
whatever you know, you say. If you don't know, it's all right.
So you want me to, from the Quran, the prophets that descended from the tribes of Jacob, yeah? So
From Israel, not from Jacob. Israel.
Israel is Jacob.
Well, mention it then. We said Israel because there's a reason for that.
Is Israel Jacob or not? Are you asking about blood descendants or
No,
what?
we're not arguing. Jacob is Israel, yes.
Right, Israel and Jacob are the same, yes?
Israel is his surname.
So a descendant-
And we go
right.
by surname.
Right. So
all right? So use that surname.
No, it's not his surname. It's not his surname at all. Where'd you get that from? It was his surname.
It is. See, that's why I said you need education
anyway,
before we
you're asking
have
me
a debate.
who are the
But just answer the
What are you
question
talking
that
about?
you know.
You're talking over me now. You're complaining
No, you
about
asked
talking
the
over
question
you.
while
No,
I was
no.
speaking.
What did you say? Don't expect me to answer the question the way you want me to answer it. Did you not say
I
that?
didn't say you must.
No. You said I shouldn't expect you to answer the question I want you to.
I did say that.
Right. So don't expect me to answer the question you want me to either.
But I'm not
So
expecting
don't
you.
have double standards. Be consistent.
No.
All right. So you asked me which prophets are from the descendants of Jacob.
I did not say that. That's the thing. I said, which other prophets, after Jesus that you've accepted is an Israelite, which other prophets do
After
you
Jesus.
know, listen to the question, besides Jesus,
Besides.
which other prophets do you know that are Israelites? I didn't say descendants of Jacob.
Well,
I
that's what an Israelite is.
Well, see, now you want me to say what you want. But you agreed we're not doing that.
No, not at all. I'm not answering the question you want me to. I'll answer the question or I choose to answer the question. Whether you accept that answer, you can challenge that after.
Challenge what? We're challenging nothing.
Right, anyway.
We're teaching.
So I'm saying
we're
this again.
teaching.
I'm saying this again to you. Jacob, just so everyone knows here, Jacob had 4 wives. 2 wives and their slaves. These were his 4 wives. And the 12 tribes of Israel descend from these 4 wives. Okay? Now, according to the Bible, God says don't make distinction between slaves and your true wives. A wife you hate and a wife you love. The rights of the firstborn is the rights of the firstborn. So this is Jacob. 4 wives, and all the tribes, the 12 tribes, descend from Jacob. Now, some tribes, like Levi, for example, we get Moses, Harun, and Mary, mother of Jesus. From other lineages, we'll get Moses, not Moses, sorry, it was just Moses, isn't it? Solomon, Daniel, David, from the tribe of Judah. So Judah will get David, and we'll get other prophets descended from that. So I'm not a biblical expert, I can only refer to the Quran, yeah? And from what I know from the Quran, Ismail was from Ibrahim, and Ishmael came from, Isaac came from Ibrahim also. Jacob, Yaqub came from Ishaq, and then the 12 tribes came from that, and then obviously we have Moses and all the prophets we know down to Jesus. And then obviously Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was away from that, from the tribe of Ismail.
Look, I'm not going to berate you on what you don't know. There's a lot that I know.
What did I say then was wrong?
It's my time to talk. I'm just trying to talk.
No, I want to challenge you, challenging what I just said. I want you to tell me why. Don't just make a statement and don't back it up.
Did I say what you said is wrong? Did I
you said you're going to accept how you don't know. So you're assuming what I just said was wrong.
When did I say that?
What do you mean by that I don't know?
This is a problem. You're not using the words I use.
You just said that.
Can I say what I said again so you can hear it again?
Alright, say what you like.
I'm not.
Do you accept what I just said is true or not? First of all, is it true or not?
Look, I ain't your wife, okay? I don't need to accept nothing. So let me just speak. You speak yours. I'm not digging into you. Yeah? I ain't Sarah. I'm not digging into you. All right? So listen to this, yeah? I'm not berating you for what you do not know or what you don't remember. That you can't remember something don't mean you don't know it. So don't try to quote it. That's not the important thing. What I asked you was, are there any other prophets from the nation of Israel that you know from your Quran? That's all I asked you. If you do, say yes. If you don't, say no. Please mention some of them.
Full history.
Okay. So all the prophets, just for your information, all the prophets you've named up to Jesus, they're all Israelites.
Except Ismail.
Obviously, everybody knows Ishmael ain't no prophet.
You don't believe he's a prophet?
What's belief got to do with anything?
Well, what do you mean?
Everybody believes what they want. We're tracing facts.
No, it doesn't mean that. Belief doesn't mean what you just said. So
now look.
Don't start trying to do a Saraz on me now, please.
Now look.
Belief doesn't mean what you just said it does. So don't try and throw red herrings out there.
You want a confusion.
Does the Quran claim Ismail is a prophet or not? Does the Quran claim it or not?
Okay.
No, does the Quran claim it or not?
For you Muslims, you believe.
Right.
No.
It's all right. So what?
It's the history fact.
Look.
What did you say to me? No. You asked me, where do I get my information from? I told you the Quran. All right, that's my source of information. And my source of information also tells me Ismail was a prophet. Simple.
Let me move on. Let me move on. We won't go into the believe things. People believe whatever they want. I'm not here to stop you believing in anything. Like I said, I'm here to establish truth. I ain't here to establish or chat about religion.
Okay.
That's your mindset. Why you cannot handle this thing is because you're here for that. Why? You know I'm here for that. Inside that.
I'm sorry.
I'm speaking.
No,
I'm speaking.
You're not going to misquote me.
Here's the problem.
You're telling people here that I came about religion. I told everyone here clearly why I'm here. It's not what you said. So please stop with the red herrings.
What is the truth?
I agreed with I'm here to establish truth. And now he's acting like I'm not here to establish
He's very
truth.
patronising. He puts Quran on one side, truth on one side. So truth.
He's writing the thing and telling me what I'm here to do, and I've told him straight that's not.
I've been waiting half an hour, I still want to know.
Yeah, and he hasn't said one thing.
No, it's fine. Look, we know his stance now. He's a black Hebrew, yeah? He believes that Israelites were all black, yeah? And he believes that when Jesus comes, all the white people are going to be enslaved by the black people. We know what he believes.
He's got wishful thinking,
yeah?
isn't he?
And we're going to drag it out of him, yeah? Yeah, we're all going to be slaves.
All right, these are
anyway, carry on.
These are naive assumptions that he's made.
Well, we'll see, isn't it?
Can I speak now?
You can. But don't misrepresent me, please.
Here we go.
show a piece of paper to the people saying this is what he's here to do, when I've clarified I'm not here to do that. Please, all right? That's all I ask. Be intellectually honest.
Sir, excuse me, Mr. Speaker. There are people, they are keep telling that Jesus was black man and all.
No, brother, relax. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if Jesus was black, Chinese, or white. It's irrelevant.
No, but that's a black super.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
You done?
Just don't misrepresent me, or I'll interrupt again.
Well, you can interrupt, but don't make it too long. I can get back on the track you want to.
Good. Just don't misrepresent me.
Well, don't start preaching off that, okay?
But don't misrepresent me then.
I am misrepresenting you.
I told you why I was here, and you misrepresented me.
Look, I'm speaking one to you, and two to the bigger picture, which is religion. And
I told you don't associate. No. I told you don't do that. If you want to speak to a Hindu, speak to a Hindu. Don't categorize me with religion, please. Don't do that. I told you not to do that.
Okay, maybe let's make this for the record, so we can deal with him specifically.
Thank you. Deal with Islam specifically.
Islam or you?
Islam.
No, which one is it? I've got to deal with you or deal with Islam?
What did I say?
So are you Islam?
What did I say?
I'm listening again.
What did I say? I told the people. Why did I tell the people I was here?
So what
to
are
show
you?
them
What
how
are
Islam, not how Hamza, how Islam can change their lives for the better and can save England from herself.
Preaching started again.
No.
It's just trying to first say, what are you?
No.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Are you a Muslim? That's all I want to know.
No.
We'll go to the preaching. We'll go to the preaching.
Huh?
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Are you a Muslim?
Alhamdulillah.
So that's all I want to establish.
So what guides my understanding?
I'm an Israelite.
Right.
No, I'm not asking you what guides your understanding.
We've got 10 more minutes left. We've got 10 more minutes left.
See?
Why 10 minutes?
See? The time's running out.
Don't you only get 5 adverts in your...
When you say you got 10 minutes left, what do you mean? You mean
SIM card, memory card's going to run out.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. I got a memo. Is it micro?
No.
It's a big
SD card.
SD. I've got SD if it will work for you.
Okay.
Yeah. You can record on it if it does the thing for your camera. But look, let's make this clear, concise, sharp. Yeah. That's one thing that's always been missing. Yeah. The brothers surely don't want to discuss on truth. He wants his religion to have play.
Right. Can I stop him again? I've just for the 4th time now.
Yeah.
I have not mentioned the word religion. You have, right? I said I agree to establish truth. I believe Islam is that truth. If you want to challenge my understanding of Islam, do so. But please don't put me in the category of religion and your preconceived subjective understanding of such a term. Please don't do that. Don't misrepresent me, yeah?
Now, can I say something?
Stay on point.
Can I say something, please? And I want you to hear me.
You asked the question about the prophets, stay on point. Where do I get my source about the prophets? The Quran. Challenge that.
Can I say something? Because
say what you like.
It's important that while I'm speaking, what I say is allowed to be said for the discussion we're having.
As long as you don't misrepresent me.
Well, but don't need to interrupt me since I've done it 2 times.
Well, if you do, I'll do it for the 5th time.
You see, what he's trying to stop is the statement of fact.
Now, what I'm trying to do is keep you on point and to stop you misrepresenting me.
What's the point you keeping me on point?
You're preaching red herring.
I'm not here to
straw men.
I'm not.
Quran, why have you switched topic? Why have you gone away from what was the nations of the prophets and all of this? Stay on point.
Does nobody want to know if Islam is truth or not?
Yes, I do.
So now, besides Muslims,
No, I want to know why you think it's not.
Well, we're gonna go there, but let me speak.
Go there then.
That's why we said 10 minute. The 10-minute law was better because I could speak without. See, what he wants is what they do in Islam. Everybody shouting over.
No. You're shouting over.
Well,
me,
this
mate.
is the practice. We're seeing it now. If it's not so, then let it be changed. Say again.
And you're speaking.
Yeah, but if you hear me, if you hear what I'm saying, hold on.
We're gonna walk away.
Hold on. I don't mind. I really don't mind.
Because like everyone's patience is getting like.
Look, is anyone forced to be here?
No.
No. So don't worry about.
The truth is, mate.
No. It will take the time that the man in the ring allows the thing to go. If he want the thing to come out proper,
okay, but you're allowed to speak and not say anything.
That's it.
Not if it misrepresents me, no?
You see the problem?
Let
But
him finish one
how
saying
will
and
we
then-
ever
and then come
speak
up
if
after.
when you start
Otherwise you won't
speaking,
get anywhere.
I say you're
There's a point.
misrepresenting me? How will you speak?
I'm not interested in straw men or red herrings, yeah? Stay on point. He asked me a question about who were the nation, which prophets came from the nation of Israel, yeah?
Okay.
So I elaborated on who the nation of Israel were: Jacob, the 4 wives, the 12 tribes, who Levi was Moses and such, and David came from Judah. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And then I said Ismail came from Ibrahim and was also a prophet. He asked me where to get my information from. I said the Quran. He then turns around and says Ismail's not a prophet. Well, the Quran says he is.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I'm sorry.
All right, okay,
No, it
bro. Do me one favor. What he's trying to do, what he's
Sorry?
trying to do is make you go into religion. I don't want to go there first.
No. We're going into.
You understand what I'm saying? No. Don't get into that. Don't get into that. This
I know
is-
about the Quran. Trust
Hold
me.
on, brother.
I tell you what. If I show you a verse
You
in the
hear now?
Quran-
He's switching to
Well,
you
it's-
now.
no, I'm
He's
just-
not coming to
no,
me
no.
anymore. You see that? That's called a bait
One
and
second,
switch.
For the benefit
Now,
of the camera,
leave that
put the camera
alone.
on him.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Leave
He's
that
next.
alone. Leave
He's
that
next.
alone. Excuse me,
I
bro.
wanna hear this
Do me a
debate.
serious
I wanna hear
favor.
this
Go on,
debate.
go on.
Do me a serious
Thank you.
favor. I can't force you, but don't let him drag you into that.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's fine.
Look, when we were in school,
He's a Christian. He's a Christian. He was a Muslim, became a Christian.
when we were in school,
He's in
when
more confusion than you.
So let me speak so we can answer him. You ask me, speak now.
Okay, so keep guys, just speak.
now I'm here to speak about truth.
Yeah.
He can say that he's here to do the same thing,
Allahu Akbar.
but we're gonna check. We're gonna check that.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay? That's what we're here to check. If he says he's here to speak about truth,
Alhamdulillah.
then we'll leave religion. Now, hear us, guys.
Now we have progress.
Brothers, are we here? Or are we divided already?
Everyone be quiet.
Are we here?
We could do the atheist after. You first, and you're second.
Atheists have got the common sense, mate. That's the difference.
We'll put that to the test.
They don't need fantasy religions.
Can you not criticize me and
We'll
just
put it
give
to
me
the
a chance
test.
to do it?
We'll put it to the test.
To hold on
We'll put it to the test. We'll put it to the test. I'm going to deal with him first.
Well, I haven't.
It's so cold. Don't want to know what the truth is, man.
It's so much mess. Well, guys, can we get on with it?
Yeah, go on.
Guys, can we get on with it? Uncle,
He said you'd be in trouble if you
you
didn't
say you're
challenge him.
leaving, but you're not letting us speak
He said
anyway.
you'd be in
Go on,
trouble.
man. Finish, brother.
I'm challenging you
Now,
Challenging me what?
to debate
here
about
we
your
go
atheism.
again. Here we go
Atheism?
again.
Yes.
You're dying.
Well, you're on the list. He's first, and then you.
Excuse me, Uncle.
Okay, we'll take you on.
Is there any order?
I'm not debating.
We're
I'm
doing
just
this
gonna-
already.
I just made a one
Your
point.
theology won't be able to prove
This
it.
is what he wants. This is what he wants.
Well, okay, stop now.
This is what he wants.
No,
Alright, talk now,
he's
okay.
trying to deflect back.
That's why I said let's do the 10-minute rule. Let's do the 5-minute
Yeah, do a
rule.
10-minute rule.
Because he'll be shown up.
We don't want to go back down that road.
Yeah, but why we
No,
keep
do 5
interrupting
minutes.
each
5
other?
minutes. 5-minute rule.
They don't give you a chance.
That makes me hungry.
Do
Now, the word
boss,
atheist
do a
makes me
5-minute rule in the
Why?
switch.
Why should you make it? You don't make me angry. You don't make me. You being
I'm
angry
waiting.
makes me
5-minute rule, please. 5-minute rule. Can somebody be timekeeper?
you angry. That's your problem.
Can somebody be timekeeper?
Hold on, wait. I'll get my phone.
You're not getting anywhere, mate.
Tickles me, mate.
What are you going to talk about now?
Tickles me, mate.
Psychiatric issue. It's all OCD. Anyway, carry on.
Uncle, if you want to debate him in the
Come on, man,
future,
let the
just
brother-
imagine,
He's next.
just imagine yourself being interrupted
Let
like
the
you are
brother
doing
finish.
right
because
now.
I've been standing here. Let the brother finish.
The atheist will have his turn.
We're going to do time now.
The atheist.
Okay,
So
we're
I'm
gonna
a human
use time.
being, Actually, not an atheist. I'm a human
Yeah,
being,
because we
anyway.
can't. This ain't gonna. It can't work.
Okay,
Sorry.
10 minutes,
Labels,
yeah.
labels.
Say
Okay,
again?
ready?
Man-made.
Yeah, but we're gonna do timing.
I'm gonna do it on my phone, okay?
Now listen.
Right. Ready?
Listen.
Steady, go.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, go.
Steady.
Looking forward to it.
Going already.
I've talked to you before, and I got through to your psychology of why you are a Muslim.
You don't need to.
Brother.
Very upset with me.
See that? See
Alright,
that?
Very
stop, we've
upset
got
when I
5
got to the
minutes.
call.
You see this again now?
Let's keep calm. all
And
right?
he's happy with that. He's happy with that.
Guys,
waiting for you.
guys.
I've already debated.
Uncle.
Getting anywhere, man.
Are you a Muslim, Uncle?
Uncle,
He's an atheist.
Why you disturbing the
I
thing?
can tell you.
Why do I disturb him?
No,
Yeah, you know he's in a.
He's shouting at me. I'm not shouting at him.
Okay, stop now. You've got 5 minutes.
No, don't do no timing, man. We've done all this.
No timing.
About half an hour
He rambles, man. He rambles.
Do you know what I've been standing
Well,
on
if he
time?
rambles, he's wasting his time.
Mate, I've been here
No,
for
but then I can't-
35
The
minutes
Bible's got.
and I want to still hear what the truth is. I want to hear what he gets to the point.
He's black Hebrew.
All nonsense.
Well, he's only got until 5 minutes, so you know.
Let's go, boys.
Come on, let's go, man. Time freezing cold. This could be. We want to hear the truth, man.
Okay, I'm talking. Just bear with me, please.
Nobody knows the
But since
truth.
I realize,
Already a minute's gone of your time already.
since I realize they want to do this,
Nobody
You've
knows.
only got 4 minutes left.
shot, we're coming sharp.
Just an opinion.
Now, please, I'm speaking. Please give me space to speak.
No one talk over the brother.
You bear yourselves witnesses as witnesses of lies if you don't let me speak.
Okay, go on,
Yeah?
come on.
Now, Christianity comes up and tells you Jesus looks like that. All right?
No, it doesn't. Sorry, go on.
The problem here, even the moderator can't keep his discipline.
Looks like that, which is right.
All right. Open, continue, please continue.
Yeah.
Let him finish, man.
I'm speaking, it don't matter. Just keep your calm. I'm not here for you. You need to understand that. So take your cool down.
Know the truth.
Cool down. I ain't here for your video. I'm here to speak. I've got a camera too.
You're up with speak.
You can go away. Look, I don't need you. You need me. That's why you're here. I don't need you.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Show
That's
us
a fact.
Show of hands. Who wants to
Now-
deal with the atheists?
3 minutes left.
Let's deal
Now-
with the atheists. You're a waste of time.
It's all right. Go and debate Muslims.
Let's go.
It's all right. It's all right. They run. They run. They always run.
Let's go.
They always
Let's
run.
go.
Come on, man.
No, why is running? It's because we're coming out.
I don't think you both.
We're coming out with the truth.
I'm not interested
We're coming out with the
Black
thing.
people propaganda.
No, he's got to run. He's got to run.
No, you're wrong.
Are you ready?
He's got to run. He's got to run. Now,
I want to hear him.
now, thank you.
Anas, we're going to deal with
The
the
man wants to hear me. Oh, he's running. He's running. He's
For the benefit of
running.
the camera, I'm strutting.
He's running. He's running.
Boss.
He's running. He's running. He's running. You're running. They run. They run. We say it all the time. They run. All right. Move ahead. Move aside. You see his run? Is that recorded?
You have been a long time getting going.
Only me.
Yes.
Only me.
I've only been here about 6 or 7 minutes. You've been a long time.
So 6-7 minutes is a long time in the sphere of things.
It's illogical.
How long are you? What are you, Christian or Muslim?
Christian.
How long did it take somebody to talk to you about Christianity?
Well, for
No,
me,
just how long? Just say.
it took a little bit, but,
See, so did it
but
take-
an introduction to what you're doing now only took 2 minutes.
Now listen. Are you happy to see it go on, or you want to run too?
I'm happy.
Then just keep calm.
I will never run.
Then keep calm. Keep calm.
Hello, mate. All right, man-made stories. Yeah.
You can see.
I'm trying to get him down.
You can see the person behind you. You can see the person behind you disturbing
We'll test your
events.
intellectual.
I don't want to.
We'll test it.
You can see the person behind you disturbing events, but you always point at truth as being the one
Put your
who's
name in
wrong.
lights.
I won the last time.
Now here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They say their religion is truth. Christianity says that. Islam says that. I am truth, and I've come to disprove them.
Right.
Okay? Christianity will do that on another time, because there's no Christian here for that. Why are we speaking with this man? I can take them both on at the same time. He's just by himself right now. Look, a nice tea.
Bro, excuse me, hold on. Right.
What's the problem? It's not. Arrogance is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Arrogance ain't a
Yes,
crime.
it is. That's how you know you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Arrogance is a sin.
You stop
Now
being
you
a
please
moderator.
stop.
Have you stopped being a moderator?
Huh?
Have you stopped checking
I'm
the
just
time?
sitting here. I'm not doing anything.
So you're not doing the time anymore, is what you're saying?
Your time's almost run out.
Yeah, but you're getting into the argument yourself.
You've got 1 minute left.
But you're getting into the argument. Which one are you? Are you a Christian or a
Time's
timekeeper?
finished. Time's finished.
Okay, let him speak then.
Pray to anything.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Do me one favor.
Oh, wait there. He wants to continue.
Do you know what? I come all the way from Kent, man, every Sunday to come see this. And I feel
Oi guys, anyone who don't want what they're hearing, they can always, nobody's forced to be anywhere. No one's forced to be anywhere. Stop flattering
Why are you
yourself.
showing people pictures of a white Jesus? I don't get it.
All right, go.
I don't understand your point.
Now,
I'm not doing
this
time
is not
keeping
this is not a white Jesus here. This ain't white Jesus.
Mind you, this doesn't seem to be working
Now
either.
let's start again. Let's
No,
start
no,
again.
let's go
And
back
can
to the
everybody
point you made.
stop
I want to
touching
hear
my
the
stuff?
Muslim.
Let's go back to the point you made.
Yeah,
Let's go back to the point you made.
We
You
don't
asked
do
me
it.
the question about the prophets. Why are you not sticking to
Callum,
We know.
Callum, bro, you left the thing. I don't know what's
I'm not
going on with
surprised.
people
You want to
here.
debate with
Now listen, can we still do the talk or not?
I want to debate with you.
Can we do the talk or
I
not?
know I'm an atheist.
You're right, yeah? Okay, now listen to this, yeah? All religions say their truth. All religions say their truth. And that's what we've come to test. Since they deny when we say they're here for religion. They say they're here for truth. So let's check truth. Now, he's a Muslim. Hamza, I believe your name is. You're a Muslim. Is there any truth in the Quran that links to the earlier truth from the Torah?
Are you referring to the Torah in the Bible, you mean?
Yeah, the Bible, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, you're asking me to qualify the Quran, which is true, with a book that is spurious.
Okay,
so
fair enough, fair enough. Now, you mentioned Abraham as a prophet.
Yes.
You mentioned Moses as a prophet. And then some Muslims will say that Moses was a Muslim. In fact, they say Jesus was a Muslim.
I say Abraham is a Muslim.
Then they say Abraham was a Muslim.
Yes.
That's the common denominator, isn't it, with the Jews?
Now I say to them, what Islam tries to do is launch part themselves of our scriptures. When I say our scriptures, Israelite scriptures.
The reform of it, yeah.
Everybody wants to launch their religion off our intelligence. All right? Now Islam comes and says, Moses was a Muslim. I say, show me where Moses was kissing that.
Oh, okay. Now I understand your confusion.
Show me where Moses was going around the Kaaba. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Show me where Abraham is going around the Kaaba or into the Kaaba. Show me where Abraham or any of the prophets that you mention in the Bible are taking Hajj to Mecca.
What's the point of kissing a stone?
No, there's no point.
Show me where they call the Creator Allah. Show me where they recognize a prophet from the lineage of Ishmael.
Yes.
Show me those things.
Okay. Are you ready?
Do you know what Islam means?
Wait. Relax. Are you finished?
Finished?
Well, we're starting. Go ahead if your time.
All right. Like I interrupted earlier, forgive me. Now I understand your confusion. All right. Because when you, and I did say this earlier, when you say Islam, you start thinking of camels and deserts and such and such and such. All right. The first thing you have to understand, Islam purely simply means submission and surrender to God. This is what Islam means.
That's a worry.
Okay. Yeah. Now, in English, when you do an action, so let's say you walk, you put ER at the end of the word to show you're doing the action. So if you walk, you're a walker. If you work, you're a worker. In Arabic, if you do the action, you put mu in front of the word. So for example, if you do salah, which is prayer, you're a musalla. If you do the adhan, you're the mu'adhin. If you do Islam, you're a Mu-Islam or Muslim. So the one who submits and surrenders their will to God in total obedience and sincerity and peace, that's what a Muslim is, the one who does Islam. Now, when we say Abraham was a Muslim, why do we say Abraham was a Muslim? Do we make the claim? Now, this is your straw man fallacy. This is your red herrings you're throwing out there. Stop with the logical fallacies, yeah? We don't claim that Abraham went to the Kaaba. Yeah? We don't say to be a Muslim you have to go to the Kaaba, you have to pray 5 times a day. We don't say these things. We say to be a Muslim you need to surrender your will to God Almighty. And what did all of the prophets teach? La ilaha illallah. God is one and worship Him. Moses taught it, Jesus taught it, Abraham taught it, all of the prophets taught the same thing. So when we say Moses was a Muslim, we say Moses surrendered his will to one God. When we say Abraham was a Muslim, we say Abraham surrendered his will to one God. We don't say they followed Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they believed in the Quran. This is your confusion. So you need to separate your flawed understanding of the term Islam and Muslim, because you've got it completely wrong. And if that is your understanding, you think to be a Muslim it means you have to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam back before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was alive, then you're clear error. And I don't blame for the nonsense you're coming out with today now.
Understand?
I did ask you if you're a Muslim before. You said bro, we're doing a thing here. No, but we can't hear. We can't cannot hear. We cannot hear. He's talking to him. That's why we cannot hear. No. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Why don't you turn the camera on him so the people can see the confusion? You understand?
The camera's going to be on him in a bit. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Just so, because people don't know why I'm not talking. Now listen to this.
I've heard of this argument before. It's nonsense.
Can somebody drag that fool away? Because he's breaking up something good. Everyone knows that's foolhardy. Drag him away. Well, your brother is getting dragged into his nonsense over there. Now listen this, yeah? Listen this.
No, like certain chemicals and process, yeah.
The Quran claims to be the word of, in your words that we've got from the camera, the Quran claims to be the word of God.
Oh, sorry, sir. Can I just say?
Here we go again. I can't speak
Sorry. No, I didn't.
I can't speak again when I want to speak. You see that now? Muslim brother, I can't speak even though he's asked me to speak.
No, listen.
You see that?
I forgot to address one point you made. Not about Allah being the name of God. I forgot to address that. So I need
you forget because it's not important.
Well, I'm going to show you.
That's why you forget.
No. Well, if it wasn't important, I wouldn't interrupt you to tell you. Anyway, so basically, where does Allah come from? It sounds so foreign. God, Allah. Whoa, it sounds like camels. Basically,
did you need an SD card?
We know first thing, Jesus.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I got one.
Jesus didn't speak English. Jesus.
Now you know you're going into another
No.
It's my turn to speak.
No. I'm answering the question.
But you're not. I didn't ask you any question.
You did.
No, I did not ask you any question.
You said
I did not ask you any question. I'm speaking.
No. You
want this shut down?
asked when did Moses call God Allah?
It's my time.
You said when did Moses call God Allah?
So I seriously cannot talk with Muslims.
Right.
They will say one thing and they can't fulfill the promise.
Are you sincere in your
They
question?
cannot fulfill it. I didn't ask you any question.
You did.
I haven't asked you. I'm speaking.
You did.
It's my speaking time. You've interrupted to say one thing. Then you're preaching.
No times here. Listen.
Oh, that's what you
asked
want.
a question.
That's what you want. I didn't ask you no question.
Did you ask me?
I haven't finished speaking.
Did
It's
you
called
ask me?
rhetoric.
Did you ask me?
It's just I'm just
Did you ask me?
hypothetical.
Did you ask me?
No.
You didn't ask.
I'm speaking to the camera.
For the purpose of the camera,
No.
he asked me when did Moses call God Allah? You did ask that, so why are you lying now? You
mean
did ask
previously?
That. Yes.
That was previously before now.
What did I say? I forgot to answer, so I'm going.
But that's over. You can't now answer in my own
I'm going
time.
to answer it.
You can't answer in my own time.
There is no time. So if he doesn't want to hear the answer, I'll tell the answer. Okay, Allah.
Here we go.
Jesus did not speak English. Let's understand that. When he said God, he did not say God. Jesus spoke Syriac or Aramaic. In Syriac Aramaic, it is Allah. In Hebrew, Allah. Allah. God is the strange conundrum here, not Allah. Alhamdulillah. So when Jesus called God God, he would have said Allah or Allah. Now you carry it.
Yeah, they run out.
Don't worry, the camera's rolling,
It's
mate.
very cold, so
We're not like Titans, we're prepared.
You're the truth. It's not a bad line. It's okay. It's okay. Don't blame God.
Right, trust me, if you
anyway,
and I've read quite a lot.
the way Muslims like to talk is unfortunately the way their societies are right now.
Oh my Gideon! Have you not been to Dubai?
When you put down the camera,
We've been everywhere.
Been to Malaysia?
We've been everywhere. Like I said, we've been everywhere.
Anyway.
Now let's
ask me a question. Can
you
you
know,
answer my question?
it's my time to speak
Right.
now. You know, it's my time to speak.
Stop speaking to the crowd.
See the problem? I can't even speak. Why must you be the one to tell me how to speak? Did I do that
Why
to
did you ask me a question and then just ignore my answer?
No, you've answered it.
Are you going to respond to that?
That's what I want to do. But do you not have to interrupt me? I'm not your mate, all right? I ain't your mate. Just for the camera.
Christian charity then.
You see, they want to go into jokes. I'm not your mate. And most of you
That's true. He interrupts himself.
I'm speaking. It's still my speaking time.
Yeah, but you interrupt
Everyone
yourself.
can see who the clown is.
Yes.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. This goes out to the kingdoms of heaven. They can witness what's going on. You taking glory from men laughing. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. The kingdom of heaven is witness to what's going on right now. That's all that's important for me. If it was as important to you as it is to me, you wouldn't be laughing. You'd hold me as your brother to look at the thing properly. But you look at it like you should laugh while I look stupid. But I say I don't mind looking stupid, because truth is stupid today. Truth ain't welcome anywhere.
I agree with that one.
I agree with that.
Truth ain't welcome anywhere anymore. It's impacting
I think we can all agree
our daily lives, and instead of us to listen to each other, we still laugh at each other.
Told you.
I've been here for like 20 minutes.
Now, you want to now subjectivize the definition of Muslim to only somebody who believes in the one God, submits to the one God, and that's it.
Sorry.
I'm being stopped again.
I told you.
I'm being stopped again.
No. I said you misrepresent, you will be stopped. Okay. It is not subjective what Islam means. It's objective, because that's what it means in Arabic. It's not subjective. It's not my whims and desire. Islam means this. The Arabs, when they take the root word Islam and Salam and they put it all together, it's there. It's objective.
Excuse me.
So don't misrepresent. I've told you. If you misrepresent, you'll be interrupted.
Okay. Does anyone have the etymology of the word Islam here?
We can Google it, mate.
The etymology. I'm not saying the inferred meaning. Please, you do?
Well, Wikipedia will give you.
Yeah. I ain't arguing with you. I'm just asking a question.
Do you disagree with my objective understanding?
I did not. See, that's your problem. You always feel that all the time. I said we clarify. Brother, please speak.
Okay.
Okay. Now he's.
Okay.
No, he said this is.
Okay, here's the etymology. Okay, Arabic, Aslama.
No, I want to listen, but he's speaking. It's not me.
Okay.
Why are you always blaming me?
Okay. Should I do it for the
He wants to speak.
Should I do it for the purpose of camera, or are you going to listen?
You, man. Don't need to say sorry. Go away.
Are you listening? Why should he go away?
No, because he's already blaming me. You want to speak? I said okay,
be quiet,
speak. Then he asked me to
be quiet.
But that's the thing.
Oh, Kandeka, you children.
Right. Okay.
Apologize on camera, so they see what you're doing.
Yes.
It's fine. I've accepted it.
He accepted what?
Your definition.
Oh, did he? Yeah. So he accepted he was wrong. Fantastic. So you're going to take what you said earlier back then?
You see, you're interested in who's right, who is wrong.
Well, that's truth.
You won't ever.
You're not interested in the truth, or you want to just be right?
Yeah.
I thought you was here to establish truth.
You're like, oh, I'm doing.
Isn't that what I've just done?
So you've conceded you were wrong.
You're not listening. You're here to win a fight.
I'm here to establish truth.
No, you're not here for that.
I am. I told you I am.
If you think... I
am.
No, you
just made a lie about the understanding of the word Muslim and Islam, and I corrected you with the truth.
Now, questions for
you. You want to talk about truth? Let's see how intellectually honest you are, and concede you were wrong about the understanding of the term Islam and Muslim.
It's pretty good.
We asking questions. Are you ready to hear the other questions?
Well, let's first be intellectually honest and accept you were wrong, and
There is a long way to go before I can say I'm wrong. Can we go that way
first? Are you wrong about your understanding of the word Islam?
No!
You're not wrong.
I simply asked you, what does the word mean?
No.
Etymologically.
No, you didn't. You
Isn't
said...
that what I asked? I said, what does the word mean? Etymology.
That's
all I asked you.
Let me tell you that.
I didn't say it's wrong.
Well, let me tell you.
I didn't say it's right.
Okay.
I said, what does it mean?
Okay, let's see what
etymology. You've said it. We've heard it. Let's move on.
What did I say? So you accept. So why ask me a question? Where did Moses go to the Kaaba? Why didn't they pray 5 times a day? When you know that's a complete straw man, red herring argument. Because you know they don't have to do that.
Do you want to hear me or you don't want to hear me? Because at one point you wanted to run away. Now you've stayed, but you won't let me
Okay,
speak.
for the benefit of the camera, I never wanted to run away. I was bored of what is rambling, yeah, and his preaching and his monologue, yeah. I'm here to debate and establish truth, which he claims. He makes false claims about the understanding of the term Islam and Muslim. When he's corrected, he doesn't concede it. Yeah? He's not honest enough. He said he's here for truth. He can't concede when he's wrong. And he knows he's wrong, and he's trying to spread lies. Why? He thinks Moses is not a Muslim because he didn't go to the Kaaba, or because he didn't pray 5 times a day. When this man concedes he was wrong, yeah, and he's been educated today, then we can progress and see how honest this guy is. And let's see if he's really after truth.
He accepted you're right.
If he's accepted I'm right, then he should concede and apologise and take it back for the benefit of the camera. No, of course he doesn't. He's too arrogant. He's not here for truth. Actions speak louder than words, my friend. Actions speak louder than words.
It sounds to me
To be honest, bro, I don't think that, even though like you seem like a nice guy, because of what you said about arrogance is okay with God, you shouldn't really be in front of the camera talking.
It's not a crime.
Well, then that means that you're saying God is okay with it.
Okay.
The law.
Let's get onto this.
It's a crime to God, though, isn't it?
Not under this law. It's not.
As it started.
But we don't care about this law, do we?
That's what he's talking about.
Let's go in.
But then he's not of God, then, is he? He shouldn't be preaching about God if he's
Remind me
arrogant.
of your name.
Don't touch me.
Remind me of your name.
On camera, do not
Remind me
touch
of your
me.
name.
It's not important.
Remind me of your name.
Ty.
Ty. You know what you should do, Ty?
Hamza,
Come with a ladder.
Hamza.
And
And also, this does apply to now because we're preaching
Because
about
you
God.
can't debate.
The camera's picking
Just
this
preach.
up.
Hamza, for the camera, keep your hands to yourself. It's not important to touch me. It's not.
For the benefit of the camera, I touched him once.
Okay? It's not important to touch
Just
me.
to get his attention kind of way.
No, you're the one who want attention
I
by
don't know why he's so
touching
paranoid
me.
about being touched.
You see the problem? This is like, you know, when I even think...
It's like immature playground politics. Why? Can't handle the subject, so now he tries to jump to, don't touch me. I'm only trying to get your attention.
He's gonna run away in a minute.
Oh, I don't
I ain't
blame
going to
him,
run away.
to be honest.
I'm going to walk away.
I don't blame him for walking away.
I'm not just going to walk away, I'm going to strut away.
I'm glad there's an
With my head
independent
high.
camera here.
And there are people here,
recording
mashallah, who learn something.
After they've checked.
Ty, it's been a pleasure.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah. You want to shake my hand?
No, you're running away. You're running away. He's running away. He's got bad manners. How have I got bad?
To see more videos like this, subscribe to Titans TV down below. Thanks.
The greatest darky that bite with shark teeth and hate malarkey. Who you? The greatest heartbeat. Ancient Egypt is a
Give me the name of the biologist, right, and the scientist. Give me the names of the scientists that say that our bones and our physiology is made up of clay and dust. Can you give me the names?
The uncle who wasn't there assumed it was Gabriel. The angel didn't say that was Gabriel. And your story begins. Your story begins.
Your point of all of that, right, was to just say that the angel Gabriel, when he
No, he's not angel Gabriel.
Yeah. So
He's not an angel
So that's
Gabriel.
your point, that it could have been anyone. Is that what you're saying?
Listen.
Is that what you're saying?
It could have been a jinn.
We don't know that.
It could have been a jinn.
Right.
It could have been who was it? Who was it?
Is that what you
It
think?
could have been anybody. But it wasn't Gabriel. It could have been the devil. It could have been a jinn.
You promote Daesh here. This guy promotes, like, take a good look at him, YouTube. This man promotes the Islamic State in Hyde Park. And what a fantastic job he's doing.
Everywhere. I promote Islamic State everywhere.
Daesh everywhere. Daesh here?
Israel is a subhanAllah. It's going to be finished soon, inshallah. That's it. Kalam. That's what I have to say.
MI5, pay attention. Sky, if he's not on the watch list, he should be.